If you wish to up your audio game, then you might want to have a look at the 2nd gen iDSD Diablo DAC and headphone amp from iFi Audio. As the old saying goes, the devil is in the details, and there is a lot to talk about, so let's get stuck in. Hi, my name is Andy and you're watching Andy's Tech Tone. Quick disclaimer, I got the DAC from iFi Audio for a quick test, but I don't get to keep it, nor do I get paid for making this review, so as always, all you get is my honest and unfiltered opinion. And what is the Diablo 2 exactly? Well, first and foremost, it's a digital to analog converter and a headphone amplifier, which can be powered by its own built-in battery, and the mains too. The onboard battery makes it somewhat portable, but more about it in a second. And beside the DAC itself, which is hefty enough on its own, you can find loads of accessories in its sizable box. We got a bunch of cables, including 2 short ones, to connect the DAC to your source, be it a phone, a tablet or a laptop. One is a USB Type-C on both ends, while the other one is a USB-C to Lightning for older iPhones and iPads. Then we get a USB-C to USB-A adapter, a Toslink optical adapter, a 3.5 to 6.3mm jack adapter, and a longer USB-C charging cable. The Diablo 2 also comes with the iPower to AC adapter, which feeds the amp with relatively clean and quiet power when used in a desktop scenario, thanks to its built-in filters. And when it comes to traveling, you also get a high-quality carry case, in which you can stuff the DAC itself, along with some cables and adapters. And in that carry case you will find 4 plastic legs, or as they like to call them, the wings of Inferno, stored away. These wings slide easily in and out of the grooves you can find all around the full metal chassis, giving you a good variety of different positions for your DAC in a desktop setup, which is quite a neat solution if you ask me. And what a crazy looking bodywork that is. Some will find it handsome, while others will probably find it a touch too intense, but one thing is for sure, and that's that the all-metal construction is impeccable from a build quality point of view. And I also reckon that anything named Diablo is supposed to look and feel pretty much something like that. The whole thing is built like a tank, and it weighs accordingly too. And while it can easily dominate your desk visually sitting next to any PC or Mac, I'm not sure if the size of the Diablo makes it classified as truly portable. I mean, it can be battery powered of course, and thanks to its high quality travel case, you can practically take it with you anywhere, along with a nice set of headphones or higher end in-ear monitors. But only as long as you carry all that in a normal sized shoulder bag or a backpack, as this setup is definitely not pocket sized. iFi Audio have some more compact offerings, such as the Hip DAC 2 or 3, if you want a truly pocket-friendly DAC solution for commuting or everyday use on the go. That said, if you are a true audiophile who travels a lot, the iFi Diablo 2 can prove to be your best companion on longer trips. And being built like a tank, now let's see what the Diablo 2 is armed with as far as inputs and outputs. At the back we can find all the inputs. From right to left there is a USB Type-C port for data, another USB-C for power, and then comes the SPDIF optical coaxial digital input. Next to it there is the 4.4mm line input in case you want to bypass the DAC section and only use the amp of the Diablo 2, but it can also be used as a line out if you want to use the Diablo 2 in DAC or preamp mode in conjunction with some sort of an external amplification. And on the far left there is a Bluetooth mode/pairing button, which is kind of the main attraction for me personally. Well, not the button itself of course, but the functionality it represents. The reason why I said yes when iFi Audio asked me whether I wanted to test their new DAC or not was the new Bluetooth 5.4 compatible Qualcomm QCC 518 series chip on board. You know, I mostly test and review Bluetooth earbuds and headphones, so this newly added feature piqued my interest straight away. The 1st gen Diablo offered you wired connections only, so adding a wireless option to the already impressive feature set of the previous model was, in my opinion, a brilliant move. And with that move, iFi Audio gave us almost all current Bluetooth audio codecs. We got SBC, AAC, aptX, aptX HD, aptX Adaptive, aptX Lossless, LDAC and LHDC. So the Diablo 2 is pretty much future-proofed in that regard. And if you still want to use one of the digital inputs, you are also covered as far as audio formats, because all sorts of PCM and DSD files will be recognized and converted to analog regardless of their sample rate. Of course, the Diablo 2 also works as a full MQA decoder if you still happen to stream your music in that format. And onto the output side of things, whether you use a wired or a wireless source, you can choose between a single-ended 6.3mm and a balanced 4.4mm headphone jack on the front panel. One thing to mention is that the amp topology itself is not fully balanced, so keep that in mind. But above that Pentagon connector, you can find an X-MEMS switch, and that's to be used with compatible IEMs or other products that can benefit from the higher voltage this technology can deliver, amongst other things. And speaking of switches, there is a few more of those on the Diablo 2. First, there is the power mode or gain switch, where we can choose from normal, turbo and nitro, depending on the demands of your headphones. And the 3 different settings affect the battery life too, which can be anything from around 6 hours in nitro mode, driving super power demanding over-ears, all the way up to 12 hours in normal mode with less power-hungry headphones or IEMs. And speaking of IEMs, at the bottom of the chassis there is the IE match toggle, which can be used with high sensitivity in-ear monitors. And then of course there is the huge volume knob on the front, which works extremely smoothly and accurately, and it comes with a sliding lock mechanism to prevent accidental changes in volume. So as you can see, we basically got limitless options and settings for dialing in our audio setup across different use case scenarios with all sorts of source devices and all types of headphones. It's really hard to beat the iFi Diablo 2 in terms of versatility. But what does it all sound like? Well, after using 3 different headphones and a few IEMs for my tests, all of which are relatively easy to drive, I can say that the sound is impactful, snappy, clean and exciting. It's powerful and punchy in the bass, with an excellent grip and control. It also offers loads of headroom thanks to the almost limitless power on tap, and even though I don't have truly demanding headphones at hand right now, based on the specs and some other reviews, I can safely say that the Diablo 2 can handle any of your headphones with ease. My favorite closed-back headphones, the Focal Celeste, delivered more kick in the bottom octaves than ever before, with a much more open and sparkling top end. No sign of coarseness though, it's only an immense amount of musical details what we get in the treble. What I did not hear was any sort of coloration or modding coming from the Diablo 2, mid-range clarity is top-notch, vocals sound natural and full-bodied, while instruments come through with a neutral tonality. And again, it all feels effortless and well controlled across the whole frequency range. Now, it was all through USB from my iPhone. Onto the wireless experience, what surprised me the most was how closely matched the sound quality was through Bluetooth. Using either the aptX adaptive or the LDAC codec, I did not notice as much of a loss in either details or dynamic range as I expected compared to what we get through any of the wired inputs. The impact in the bass is still there, and so is the open and detailed nature of the sound overall. Sure, if you are a seasoned audiophile with some high-end headphones or IEMs, you can probably tell the two sounds apart easily, but again, Bluetooth on the Diablo 2 sounds much better than most people would believe. And that's partly thanks to the new codecs of course, but mostly it's the premium hardware that gets the job done so exquisitely. But the premium hardware and the vast array of premium features come with a premium price. As far as portable DAC amps go, the €1,300 price tag is definitely extreme, but if you want the almost limitless power, the great variety of connections, both wired and wireless, and you own at least a few high-end headphones or IEMs that can truly convey what the iFi Diablo 2 is capable of sonically, then I believe that you can hardly go wrong by having at least a look at this beast of a DAC when the so-called audio upgradeitis hits you next time around. And that was my take on the iFi iDSD Diablo 2 DAC/headphone amp. If you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and feel free to leave a comment down below if you have anything to share, add or ask. Thanks for watching everyone, hope to see you all in the next one.